Welcome to Mexico. Dense jungle, endless coastlines, and millennia-old mysteries. Following in the footsteps of the Maya and Aztecs, a land of contrasts unfolds before us. Traditions and festivals shape daily life today, while its past continues to raise questions. A country that does not merely preserve history, it lives it. Today, we travel from the south all the way to the far north and show you that Mexico is capable of far more than just dream beaches. Surrounded by the Pacific and the Atlantic, Mexico is one of the most biodiverse countries on Earth, with jungles, deserts, mountains, and coastlines. Spanish is the main language spoken here, though more than 60 indigenous languages are also in use and very much alive today. With Chichén Itzá, this colourful country is also home to one of the 7 new wonders of the world, a sight that fascinates not only the eyes, but also the ears. More on that later. The capital, Mexico City, is one of the largest cities on Earth. Around 22 million people currently live in the metropolitan area, placing it among the top 5 in the world. What makes this country truly unique, however, is not the present, but above all, its history. Several highly advanced civilizations once lived here, among them the Maya and the Aztecs, whose cities and pyramids have survived to this day, some in remarkably good condition. Mexicans love food. Burritos, tacos, enchiladas, quesadillas, and much more. Mexican cuisine has long since conquered the world. If you believe the locals, the best traditional street food can be found in Oaxaca, where our journey begins today. Oaxaca is considered one of Mexico's cultural centers, combining cuisine, tradition, and craftsmanship within a small area. The city is defined by colorful houses, lively markets, and an atmosphere strongly shaped by the everyday lives of its people. On the streets, the scents of spices and freshly prepared dishes mingle in the air. Markets play a central role. They are meeting places, workplaces, and cultural spaces all at once. Many craft techniques are still passed down through traditional methods, from textiles to ceramics. The city feels authentic and vibrant without ever losing its cultural depth. High above the valleys of Oaxaca lies Monte Alban, one of Mexico's most important archaeological sites. The complex was built by the Zapotecs on a leveled mountaintop, which gives it its extraordinary position to this day. From here, sweeping views open up over the surrounding valleys, while large plazas, temples and pyramids stretch across the plateau. At the eastern edge of the city, one of the most unusual natural formations on Earth reveals itself. Hierbe el Agua looks almost surreal at first glance. The white limestone formations resemble frozen waterfalls cascading over the cliff edges. In reality, they were formed by mineral-rich water that built up these structures over a very long period of time. At the upper edge, there are natural pools filled with water that offer sweeping views over the landscape. Amid an otherwise dry terrain, the petrified waterfall stands in stark contrast with its bright formations. South of Oaxaca, on the Pacific coast, lies Puerto Escondido, Mexico's surf mecca. This beach, and Zicatela Beach in particular, is world famous for some of the most powerful waves on Earth. It is no coincidence that this stretch is also known as the Mexican Pipeline. Alongside the rougher coastal sections, there are also calmer bays suitable for swimming. The result is a diverse coastal landscape that can be experienced both actively and at a leisurely pace. The richness and diversity of this region is completed by one of the most moving traditions in the Americas, the Día de los Muertos. In Oaxaca, this day is celebrated with particular intensity. Contrary to what many might expect, the focus here is not on grief, but on remembrance. In the days surrounding this festival, altars are built and decorated with flowers, candles, photographs, and the favorite foods of the deceased. Cemeteries transform into places of light as families gather to remember, to share stories, and to celebrate. The orange blossoms of the cempasúchil flower are meant to guide the souls of the departed back home. Candles illuminate the night, while music and voices break the silence. An atmosphere emerges that feels simultaneously calm and alive. The Día de los Muertos reveals a unique perspective on life and death. Remembrance is not understood as something belonging to the past, but as part of the present. For a moment, the boundary between both worlds dissolves, and therein lies the special significance of this celebration. The transition to Yucatan and our next chapter is provided by Palenque. Deep within the rainforest of the Chiapas region lies one of the country's most impressive Maya sites. The temples and pyramids rise above the green of the jungle, looking as though they had been hidden away for a long time. The Yucatan Peninsula reveals a completely different side of Mexico. We begin at a site of world renown. Chichén Itzá was once a political and religious center of the Maya and still demonstrates an impressive architectural precision to this day. At its heart stands the Pyramid of Kukulkan, whose construction is closely linked to astronomical events. Particularly during the equinox, the interplay of light and shadow creates the illusion of a serpent descending the steps, a symbol of the feathered god Kukulkan. But this wonder of the world is also an acoustic phenomenon. When you clap your hands in front of the staircase of the El Castillo pyramid, the echo is reflected in such a way that it sounds like the call of the sacred Quetzal bird. This remarkable echo is produced by the precise architecture of the Maya, who apparently planned not only visually but also acoustically, a testament to how advanced their understanding of architecture and nature truly was. Tulum is one of the few Maya sites situated directly on the coast. The ruins stand on a cliff above the Caribbean Sea, offering a striking contrast between grey stone and turquoise water. Below the ruins lies a beach that is among the most famous in the region. In Tulum, centuries of history and a modern way of life merge directly with one another. The surrounding area features several cenotes that are easily accessible. These limestone sinkholes were formed by the collapse of cave ceilings and are filled with fresh water. Diving into the cenotes is like entering another world entirely. Crystal clear water, mystical caves, and rays of light filtering through small openings create an almost magical atmosphere. Near the border with Belize lies Bacalar, known for its lagoon, which stands out for its many different shades of blue. Depending on the depth and the light, varying colors emerge, which is how the lagoon got its name. That is why Bacalar is also called the Lagoon of Seven Colors. Calm and clear water creates a relaxed atmosphere here, quite different from many places in the surrounding Yucatan. Cancún is one of Mexico's best-known holiday destinations. The city is especially famous for its long hotel zone, which stretches along a narrow coastal strip. White sandy beaches and clear water define the landscape. In contrast to many of Mexico's historic sites, Cancún feels modern and strongly shaped by tourism, yet offers access to some of the country's most beautiful coastal scenery. Off the coast of the peninsula lie several islands, each offering its own facet of the Caribbean. Isla Holbox and Isla Mujeres stand for tranquility and authenticity. shallow waters, sandbars and car-free paths create a slower-paced atmosphere that is strongly defined by nature and wildlife. Cozumel shows a different side of the Caribbean. The island is primarily known for its underwater world, with coral reefs that rank among Mexico's most significant dive sites. From dives with sea turtles and stingrays to submerged pyramids and shipwrecks, there is truly everything here. Siancaan offers yet another contrast to the region. A large nature reserve south of Tulum that is part of the UNESCO World Heritage List, and not without good reason. The region encompasses lagoons, mangroves, coastlines, and stretches of jungle. It stands for conservation and the diversity of the region, and demonstrates perfectly that Yucatan is capable of far more than just beach and parties. In central Mexico, history and modern life come together within a compact space. Between the highlands and one of the largest cities in the world, a varied landscape emerges. Mexico City is one of the largest metropolitan regions in the world and stands on the site of a former Aztec capital. In the historic center lies the Zócalo, one of the largest plazas in the world, surrounded by the cathedral and government buildings. Directly adjacent are the remains of the Templo Mayor, a reminder of the city's Aztec heritage. At the same time, modern districts, wide streets, and a dense urban life define the cityscape. The city is especially known for its street food culture, ranging from simple tacos to more complex dishes. Mexico City also offers an impressive variety of museums that provide deep insights into the country's history, culture, and identity. They tell the story of indigenous civilizations, trace the development of society through to the present day, and make art, traditions, and everyday life tangible in a wide variety of ways. Serving as a green oasis is Chapultepec Park, one of the largest urban parks in the world. It offers a marked contrast to the dense development of the city. Forests, lakes, and pathways create space for relaxation right in the heart of the metropolis. Within the park sits Chapultepec Castle, perched on a hill and offering sweeping views across the city. Xochimilco is a unique canal system in the south of the city. The canals are remnants of an ancient irrigation system dating back to the time of the Aztecs. Today, colorful boats known as trajineras travel through the waterways. The surroundings are lively and frequently used for leisure outings. Just outside the city lies Teotihuacán. This archaeological site is one of the largest on the continent and is famous for its monumental pyramids, including the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. The The city was once a major center whose influence extended far beyond the region. Today, visitors particularly enjoy viewing the complex from above, for example, from a hot air balloon. This unforgettable experience costs around €100. To the southeast of Mexico City awaits one of Mexico's most active volcanoes, Popocatépetl. The name roughly translates to "smoking mountain," an apt title, as this volcano still regularly emits ash and gases today. Its snow-capped peak is often visible from a great distance. A little further west, one of Mexico's most breathtaking natural phenomena awaits: the Monarch Butterfly Biosphere Reserve. Every year, millions of monarch butterflies migrate here from North America to overwinter. In the forests, they gather in large clusters on the trees, causing entire surfaces to appear orange. This migration is unique in the world and demonstrates the connection between different regions of the continent. The reserve is rightly listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is an essential sanctuary for this species. With Puebla, the journey noticeably shifts. The traces of indigenous history slowly recede into the background, while colonial history becomes increasingly apparent in the facades, the churches, and the streets. Puebla feels like a transition, a place where two worlds meet and that opens the way into the colonial heart of Mexico. This region is defined by colonial cities that have preserved their historic character to this day. Colourful houses, narrow alleyways, and grand plazas define these cultural centres. Guanajuato is one of the most colourful regions in Mexico. The city's houses climb the hillsides in a variety of colours, while beneath them, a network of narrow alleyways and even underground streets extends. Today, Guanajuato is especially known for its distinctive atmosphere. Small plazas, winding paths, and viewpoints constantly open up new perspectives, while the surrounding towns of the region offer further insights into its history. In Silao, a 20-meter-tall statue of Christ stands atop a mountain, offering views across the region. León, located nearby, is one of the larger cities in this central region and combines tradition with modern development. A highlight is the annual Hot Air Balloon Festival, during which numerous balloons fill the skies above the city and hundreds of drones form formations overhead. San Miguel de Allende is also part of this region and is one of Mexico's most celebrated colonial cities. Particularly striking is the church of Parroquia de San Miguel Arcángel. With its facade, it looks as though it stepped straight out of a fairy tale. The city feels well kept, peaceful, and yet vibrant. Querétaro is known for its well-preserved old town and a clear, organized structure. Particularly striking is the large aqueduct, whose arches stretch through parts of the city. Its historic buildings are well maintained and convey a calm, ordered cityscape. Plazas, churches, and wide streets give Querétaro a different feel than many of the winding cities of the region. Morelia lies south of the Guanajuato region and is known for its uniform architecture in pink stone, which gives the city a particularly harmonious appearance. The buildings, churches, and plazas appear as though they were crafted from a single mold. Morelia's most striking cathedral dominates the center and complements the ensemble of diverse influences. An aqueduct also runs through parts of the city here, adding to the historic character. Morelia feels quieter and less crowded, and the green spaces within the city create a welcoming atmosphere for every visitor. Further west, one city stands out above all others: Guadalajara, the cultural capital of Western Mexico. The city is closely associated with two of the country's most iconic symbols: mariachi music and tequila. Within the city itself, colonial architecture and modern life intertwine. Plazas, churches, and wide streets define the center, while everyday life plays out in the surrounding neighborhoods. Mariachi music has its origins here and remains an integral part of the culture to this day. Musicians in traditional outfits perform on plazas and at events, contributing to the city's special atmosphere. Not far from the city lies the tequila region, where the spirit of the same name is produced from agave. The landscape is characterized by vast fields stretching across hills and plains. Guadalajara thus embodies cultural identity, music, and tradition, and showcases one of the most authentic sides of Mexico. Right next door awaits Mexico's largest lake, Lake Chapala. The surrounding area is characterized by small towns, lakeside promenades, and a tranquil atmosphere. The lake offers a peaceful conclusion to this region and shows central Mexico at its most relaxed. In the north, the landscape gradually changes. Wide open terrain, arid regions, and remote locations contrast with coastlines where desert and sea meet. The Copper Canyon, also known as Barranca del Cobre, is one of the largest canyon systems in North America. It consists of several interconnected canyons and is in places even deeper than the Grand Canyon. Sheer cliff walls rise up here and vast valleys open wide. The sheer size and structure create a sense of vastness and remoteness. The country's most famous railway route runs through this landscape, El Chepe. The line connects various regions while crossing canyons, mountains and valleys. Over bridges and through numerous tunnels, the train offers a unique view of a landscape that would otherwise be difficult to access. It also passes through Creel, a small town in the mountains of the state of Chihuahua. Not far from Creel lies the Valle de los Monjes, an area of tall, narrow rock formations that resemble standing figures. But it is not only the dry canyon systems of the Copper Canyon that impress in the northwest. In Baja California, Lower California, a paradise of diverse landscapes awaits. The Valle de Guadalupe lies in the north of Baja California and is Mexico's most important wine region. The landscape is defined by hills, vineyards and open terrain. This wine-growing area adds a culinary and scenic dimension to the region. Baja California is more sparsely populated and is especially known for its coastlines and bays. La Paz is situated on the Gulf of California and offers a quieter alternative to heavily touristic destinations. What makes this city particularly special is, among other things, its underwater world. Here, a spectacular natural phenomenon takes place as enormous schools of sardines move through the Gulf of California close to the shore. This, in turn, attracts many predators, including dolphins, sea lions, and even whales, making it, especially during the winter months, a hotspot for whale watching. The Isla Espíritu Santo lies off the coast of La Paz and is part of a protected area. It is home to various animal species, including wild sea lions, with whom visitors particularly enjoy snorkeling. Red rocks stand in direct contrast to the turquoise water, creating a largely unspoiled landscape. At the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula lies Cabo San Lucas. This resort city is best known for its striking rock formations. Particularly iconic is the natural monument El Arco, a rock arch rising from the sea and one of the region's most photographed landmarks. The combination of natural formations and coastal setting makes this one of the most visually striking spots on the entire peninsula, and the perfect finale for our journey through the land of colours. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And feel free to let us know which country you'd like to see featured next. Until next time.